In the last video, we set up a recursive sequences to model a credit card debt of $500, where you're getting 22% annual interest compounded monthly and also paying $35 a month. So in this video, I want to take this recursive sequence right here and enter it into Excel and use that to figure out how many months it's going to take to pay off your debt, and then also figure out what is the amount of your last payment, because it's likely going to be maybe a little bit less than this $35. So I want to take this value, the previous month's plus 0.22 over 12 times the previous month's balance minus $35, and we're going to start with $500 in debt. Alright, so I've got my spreadsheet. In my A column, I'm going to type time, out the parentheses months, so remind myself I'm doing this monthly. And for B column, I'm going to put CC debt for credit card debt. And now for time, we're going to start with 0. And your initial credit card debt is $500. And the time, we don't know how long it's going to take to pay off the debt. So I can keep typing here, or there's a nice shortcut in Excel. If I highlight the sequence 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, put my mouse in the bottom right corner till you see that black plus sign, click and scroll down, and notice that Excel picks up the pattern. So I'll go down further. How about, let's say, we'll go 3 years just to be safe. So 36 months. See if we pay off this debt in 3 years. Okay, so I've got my initial debt. Now I've got my list of 3 years of months, 36 months. And just to remind you, I'm going to go back to here. I want to now enter this equation, this recursive sequence in Excel. So previous month's balance, sorry, the A sub n, plus your credit card interest they're going to charge you, and then minus $35 for your monthly payment. So up here, I'm going to start with an equal sign. So notice in Excel, also Google Sheets, if you want to use that spreadsheet software, start with an equal sign for formula. I'm going to just, you can either type or click on the cell above. So I'm going to take the previous month's balance, previous month's debt, excuse me, and then add 0.22 divided by 12 times B2, the previous month's balance, and then minus 35. So really it's essentially the same exact equation for the recursive sequence, except instead of A sub n, I'm going to use B2 because that's the cell I've entered in the initial debt. Click on enter, and notice right here your debt goes down by $16 or so, or $26 because the interest, somewhat that went to interest. So I want to figure out how this debt changes over time. I'm going to highlight this cell, the second cell. Look for the green or black block on the bottom right. Hover my mouse over there till I see a black plus sign. There you go, black plus sign. And then either you could click and drag down to see how your debt changes, or if you get the black plus sign, double click, and it'll fill in all the way to that 36 months. So this is how your balance would change over time if you paid $35 a month and got the 22% interest. So if we go back here, we want to know how many months does it take to pay off your credit card debt. So if we go back to the spreadsheet, we're looking here to see it goes to negative, so that means you're paying too much money on your debt. So the way to read this is after 16 months, you would owe, let's say, $24.67. That's how you interpret this cell right here. It's after 16 months, that's what you owe. So after 16 months, you would have to pay $24.67. So if we go back here, you would pay off your debt after 17 months. So you have one more month after the 16th to pay, and your last payment, is $24.67.